It has always been a challenge for the local church and the members of the local church to feel like they have a valued, personal part in seeing ministry happen in faraway places. For a long time, I think churches have felt like they either send missionaries or send money, and those things are good and they're very important. But we are learning there are many more ways for a local church to be engaged that is both transformational for the church here in the U.S. and for the missionaries and the missionary work out in the field. And so to see that happen well, we have developed this ministry we call Consortia that connect the missionaries and their vision for what needs to be done there with a network of churches and leaders here in the U.S. that are collaborating and partnering together to see amazing things happen. And it truly is transformational for both sides of the equation.
So the role of the Consortia is very strategic in reaching our regions and helping support our initiatives. We do it through 5 ways: prayer, support, we mobilize, we network, and we expand. And this is important because we want to continually expand and bring on new churches to the global effort that's happening on the field and join the ranks and bring their gifting that God has uniquely given them to help support what's happening on the field.
As we share the 6 Degree Initiative, we're 6 degrees off the equator in West Africa. We're asking God for 190,000 disciples from 10 unreached people groups in the birthplace of voodoo in West Africa, an area that when we look back, we haven't seen a gospel presence for hundreds of years, and yet a place where we're seeing communities transformed by the gospel.
Yeah, so we joined simply because we are a church plant. And we said from day one that we want to plant more churches. And our prayer is in the next 25 years, we'll plant 50 churches, 25 of those internationally. And God placed it upon our heart a while back that we wanted to partner with some international church plants. And so upon seeing the team and knowing what our vision and what our mission is to be a church that, plants churches both locally and globally, we decided at that point that we wanted to get behind the 6 Degree Initiative. So our role in the 6 Degree Initiative has really been to push the ball down the field and to come alongside JJ and his team.
Our church is over 100 years old. We've had that historic missions program, the sun never sets on our mission partners, and we really want to support a lot of people. We have deep relationships with a lot of global workers and missionaries out there. But what the consortium's allowed us to do is really move from just support to partnership. And so that's the beauty of the consortium and how we help the missionary and the initiative is we're organizing the churches in the States to help mobilize what they're doing over so they can focus on the field, and we can be providing support both financially through human resources and through prayer. We have the people in our pews that have the gifts, the talents that can help, and it's not just dependent upon the global workers there in the field.
It provides our church an opportunity to really buckle down with a particular people group that they know well. It's kind of like our thing now, and we're just pouring into that thing in particular, and our people get to be a part of that thing and see that thing grow. What's unique about the consortium is you, as a pastor, you get to be a part of it. But not only do you get to be a part of it, but you get to bring your people with you to be a part of it. And furthermore, we're seeing God's hand of blessing upon it. That's why it brings value to our church. We're a part of something that God is doing, and we're seeing tangible results right now.
We're always looking, how can we partner? How can we get more involved with our most strategic mission partners? And this really gave us a handle for how to do it with clear parameters. And the idea of being able to be part of something bigger than just what our church was doing with other churches, it's working. And I think it's a biblical way. It's not lone rangers out there doing whatever. It's very much team-based. And so we are seeing a next generation mission-minded young people who are like, okay, I don't have to go out there and be everything. That's scary. I can go join a team. This whole initiative concept to me is so time appropriate and for this season. So I would challenge a church to be part of the consortium. One, you have people sitting in your congregation that right now they're using their gifts to build wealth and a comfortable life for their family. And those same gifts can be used to further the kingdom. And the consortium opens up doors for that with the initiatives.
So when we look at world missions and what's happening on the other side of the world, our missionaries are products of the churches that they're sent out of. They represent those churches. And so the difficult thing for us to imagine on the other side of the world is to send out some of our very best that go out and we give them away and we release them as leaders and then ask them to try to do it by themselves without the church that helped them get to the place that they are. And so for them to be able to, for the missionaries to stay connected to those churches through a consortium, through a partnership, it allows them to always be able to look back and say, it's not just us on the ground as we're beginning gospel movement work on this side of the world, but we're able to look back and connect with the very churches that helped us to develop us, to bring us to this place. I don't see how we get to gospel movements in today's world without the church standing behind and partnering with us.
We are asking God for a gospel movement among every least reached people group in our generation. This is a huge calling. It's a big task. It takes all of us, and we need you. We need every church to be engaged with us. And the beautiful way to do this is to engage with our consortia, to become a part of what God is doing around the world in our different initiatives in this way. So I encourage every church to engage in a consortium. Our U.S. engagement team is there to serve our churches and to help them become a part of what God is calling us to do around the world. And it's in this way, in part, that we will see God make our vision become a reality as we ask God for a gospel movement among every least reached people group in our generation.